Everyone starts out motivated. Everyone. You buy new sneakers, sign up for the gym, set a schedule, do your first workouts full of energy and determination. And then you disappear. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and you're back in the same place where you started. This isn't weakness. This isn't a lack of character. This is biology. It's psychology. It's a pattern that happens to the vast majority of people who try to start training, and it can be broken when you understand what's happening inside your head. Today, I'm going to explain exactly why you give up. Not in a generic way, specifically with the real psychological mechanisms that sabotage most people's training, and more importantly, what to do to get out of this cycle once and for all. The problem of motivation as fuel. The first reason why most people give up is because they use motivation as their main fuel for training. Motivation is the wrong fuel. Motivation is an emotion. It is highly volatile. It appears when you watch an inspiring video, when you see a result photo, when you make a decision in a moment of clarity. And it disappears when you're tired, when the day was difficult, when it rained, when the pillow is comfortable. The problem is that most people have been taught to wait for motivation to arrive before acting. They wait to feel like training, and when the desire doesn't come, they don't train. And when they don't train for a few days, guilt appears, and guilt generates more demotivation, and the cycle closes. The truth that nobody likes to hear, people who have been training for years also don't feel like it every day. The difference is that they went to the gym even without the desire. They understood that action generates motivation, not the other way around. You don't wait to feel like going, you go. And after 10 minutes of training, the motivation appears. How to apply? Stop using the presence or absence of motivation as a criterion for training. Treat training like brushing your teeth. You don't need to be excited to do it, you simply do it. The criterion is the time, not the mood. The all or nothing mentality. Second reason, the all or nothing mentality. This is one of the most destructive psychological traps in the context of training. It works like this. You define a perfect plan, train 5 times a week, follow the diet perfectly, sleep 8 hours, all or nothing. And then comes the week of chaos. Work exploded, children got sick, you traveled, slept badly, you missed 2 or 3 workouts. And in the logic of all or nothing, 3 missed workouts means that the week was a failure, that the plan broke down, that there's no point in continuing. Then you abandon the entire plan until next Monday. What will happen on Monday of next month? What will happen next year? What you don't realize is that 2 workouts in a bad week are still 2 workouts. It's still better than 0. A 20-minute workout when the day is impossible still counts. It still generates motivation. It still keeps the habit alive. Athletes and people with real results don't have perfect weeks. They have better weeks and worse weeks, but they never have 0 weeks because they understood that done is better than perfect. Always. How to apply? Redefine what a valid workout is. A 20-minute workout is valid. 3 exercises are valid. Going there and doing whatever you can is valid. The only workout that doesn't count is the one that didn't happen. The expectation versus reality curve. Third reason, and perhaps the most powerful, the distance between what you expect and what happens in the first few weeks. When you start training, the expectation is enormous. You imagine a transformed physique in weeks. You see other people's results and project that timeline onto yourself. And the first few weeks arrive, and you're going, and you're pushing yourself, and you look in the mirror, and nothing has visibly changed. This creates what I call the valley of disappointment. It's the most dangerous point in any training journey. It's where most people give up, not for lack of effort, for lack of correct expectations. The physiological reality is this. In the first 4 to 6 weeks of training, the most important changes that happen in your body are invisible. They're neural adaptations. Your nervous system is learning to recruit muscle more efficiently. Your coordination is improving. Your body is preparing to grow. You don't see it in the mirror, but it's happening. Visible muscle growth starts to appear more clearly from the 6th to 8th week. People around you notice it before you do, and clothes start to fit differently before the mirror shows anything. Those who give up in week 3 or 4 were about to cross exactly the point where the changes become visible. They gave up at the dumbest possible moment. How to apply? Change what you measure. In the first 8 weeks, the result that matters is not the mirror, it's the load. Are you lifting more weight than last week? Are you doing more repetitions? That's the evidence that the process is working. The mirror comes later. Identity is the central point of everything. 4th reason, and this is the most profound. Most people don't fail at training because of a lack of discipline. They fail because they haven't built an identity as a person who trains. There's a fundamental difference between saying, "I'm trying to work out," and saying, "I am a person who trains." The first is an external behavior that you're trying to adopt. The second is a part of who you are. When working out is just a behavior, any obstacle is reason enough to not go. It rained. I'm tired. I don't have time today. Because working out is optional. It's something you do sometimes. When working out is part of your identity, the equation changes completely. People who identify as athletes, as people who train, go to the gym even on bad days, not because they have more willpower, but because not going is inconsistent with who they are. Identity is built with evidence. Every workout you do is a vote in favor of the identity of a person who trains. Every workout you skip without a real reason is a vote against it. And over time, the sum of these votes defines who you believe you are. How to apply? Start referring to yourself as someone who trains. Internally, when someone asks, say, "I train," not "I'm trying to start training." This language shift seems small. It has a huge impact on consistency over time. The system that replaces willpower. 5th part, the practical solution. Because understanding the problems isn't enough. You need a system that works even when you're not at your best. First element of the system, fixed and non-negotiable schedule. Training isn't something you fit into your schedule when you have spare time. It's a commitment with a set time, like an important meeting. You don't cancel an important meeting because you're tired. You don't cancel your workout either. Second element, reduce friction as much as possible. The harder it is to go to the gym, the easier it is to give up. Pack your gym bag the night before. Choose a gym on your way to work. Define a simple workout for bad days. Remove every obstacle that exists between you and the gym. Third element, the 2-day rule. Never skip 2 days in a row. 1 day off happens. 2 days in a row is the beginning of a new habit, the habit of not training. 1 day off is allowed, 2 in a row are not. Fourth element, celebrate the processes, not just the results. Each workout completed is a victory. Write it down. Mark it on the calendar. Create a visual sequence of training days. Humans are averse to breaking sequences. Use this to your advantage. Final element, find your deepest reason. Not the superficial reason, "I want to lose weight, I want to get bigger." The reason that remains when everything is difficult. "I want to have the energy to play with my children. I want to age healthily and independently. I want to prove to myself that I am capable of keeping a commitment." This deep reason is what keeps you going on the days when the system fails. How to apply? Choose one of these 5 elements and implement it this week. Just one. Then add another. The system is built progressively, not all at once. You don't give up on training because you're weak. You give up because no one taught you the psychology behind consistency. Motivation is volatile and cannot be your main fuel, and all-or-nothing mentality sabotages any real progress. Wrong expectations make you give up right before you see results, and unbuilt identity makes training always optional, and the absence of a system leaves everything dependent on willpower, which always runs out. Now you know what's happening, and when you understand the mechanism, you can change the outcome. It starts with one step: fixed schedule, 2-day rule, identifying yourself as someone who trains, one element of the system, and then the next, progressively, the right way. If this video made sense to you, leave a like, It helps the channel a lot. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and tell me in the comments which of these reasons is yours. Which one always made you give up? I need to know. I'll answer everyone. Until the next video.
Hey everyone, like this video, subscribe for more fitness tips, and share it with your friends. Let's get stronger.